Let's start na. So, I think dito tayo nagtatapos, no? So, we have already discussed yung sa mga sources ng pollutants natin. Sige, try ko magkama. And, yeah, so at least we are aware. So, ngayon, ang target natin is yung sa solution side naman. So, again, pasensya na kung hindi ko kayo na-meet last time. So, medyo nag-overlap lang yun sa schedule ko dun sa isa kong talk. Ayan, so, para sa compre. Ayan, so, for the fourth year. Ayan, so, sige, let's continue lang para by the time na mag-meet tayo ng face-to-face on Wednesday is more on the problem solving and sa air pollution na tayo. Ayan. So, tama, di ba? Dito tayo nag-end. Or baka mauulit ko na ba to? Hindi pa naman, di ba? Ayan, so, dito nga tayo nag-end, di ba? Water quality management. Nakapag-confirm ba sa akin? Dito tayo nagtapos. O wala ba nakakaalala? Ayan. So, sige. Okay. Thank you. Ayan. So, I think dito tayo nag-end kasi ito yung usually dito ko napuputol ng in an hour. And so, doon sa water pollution. Ayan. So, water quality management. So, this is a science of knowing how much waste is too much for a particular water body to know how much waste can be tolerated or assimilated by a water body. So, yung manager must know the type of pollutants discharged and the manner in which they affect water quality. So, di ba, napag-usapan natin the point and the non-point. So, ideally, alam natin yung sources sana. Ayan. So, para alam natin yung treatment na gagawin. So, yung mga managers natin, so, most likely, yung mga industrial or even sa yung domestic sewage, expecting na domestic talaga or yung mga gray water yung pumapasok doon sa sewage system natin. Like, walang other chemicals. Ayan, so, na very toxic naman. And di ba napag-usapan natin yung standard na bago ka pa makapag-discharge sa isang water body is dapat pasok ka doon sa water quality na yun. So, to protect the intended use of a water body while using water as economic means of waste disposal within the constraints of its assimilative capacity. So, yun nga wala naman kasi tayo ay na pagdidisposan talaga eh. Kaya ang ginagawa natin is tinitreat as much as possible yung mga wastewater so we can safely so dispose them or discharge them to water bodies natin. Kasi eventually magpo-flow din naman siya after some time basta hindi siya considered as yung very polluted. So we have the drinking water quality. So we have two. So water that does not impart a taste or odor and is pleasant to drink. So we call that as palatable. So yung potable naman, so free of chemicals, microorganisms, and other contaminants and is safe to drink. Yeah, so the potable. So how do we describe drinking water? So first we have the physical. Ayan, so appearance of water, color, turbidity, temperature, taste, and odor. Yung temperature, di ba, na-discuss na natin siya before. Yung kunwari na initan yung tubig or yung sa industrial scale naman, yung sa may mga energy, yung mga malalaking power plant. So, yung katabi kasi nun, halos na mga water body. So, medyo matataas yung temperature. So, naapektuhan yung aquatic life. So, in terms of taste, depende siya sa ordering mo. So, kung nagpo-purified ka ba or nag-alkaline. Kasi may yung ibang distilled. So, di ba, ang pait niya as compared dun sa iba. So, yung odor, ideally, wala siyang amoy. Kasi, di ba, ang hirap naman niyang inumin. And, syempre, malinaw naman dapat. Ang hirap naman uminom ng malabo yung tubig, di ba? Okay. So, chemical naman. So, components and concentrations. Kaya mas, di ba yung ibang lumalabas sa mga water, I mean yung drinking, yung bottled water natin, so may mga ano siya sa likod, actually may mga percent pa din yan, and so just to make sure na ano lang talaga, it's safe. Ayan. And walang ibang kasama. So microbiological, so free from pathogens. So this is producing organisms such as viruses, protozoa, bacteria, and helminths. Ayan. So ito naman, iniwasan natin yung mga exposed lang na water na talagang diretso iinumin mo, 'di ba? Ayan. So, hindi na kasi talaga ideal ngayon yun eh. Kaya, na yung basta ka nalang iinom somewhere. Ayan. So, although yung iba, yung sa gripo, parang pwede, parang siguro nakasanayan na and all. Pero again, we usually treat na. Ayan. So, yung para magkaroon tayo ng drinking water. Okay? So, sa ibang bansa nga, they have this technology na you can get a specific amount of water. So, yung mga, hindi ko sure kung nabanggit ko na last time So, may parang lalagyan sila. Lalo, ito kasi sa mga nag-hike, nagka-camping na medyo matagalan. Tapos, mauubusan ka na ng water. So, may specific silang lalagyan. Tapos, may equipment na hindi naman malaki. Like, handy lang. Tapos yun, magpa-process na ng ipaprocess niya yung water na makukuha mo, yung kung saan ka man nakakuha. And na, good for drinking na. Ayan, so, ipaprocess nila yun. So, portable. Parang yun yung peg nila. Ayan. So, hindi ko sure kung nagagamit na siya dito. Kasi ideally, parang nagdadala pa rin yung nabaon na tubig, diba? So next we have the radiological, so naturally occurring radioactive species, and so additional, ayan, so process for drinking water. So ito yung usual, okay? Yung usual ganap sa treatment natin for drinking water. Pero again, it will depend kung anong quality ang gusto. Ayan. So, number one, so, syempre, we have the municipal water source, diba? Ito yung, natin, source, gripo. Pero, diba, yung sa water refilling station, yeah, so, doon pa rin naman sila nakuha eh. So, tinitrip lang nila. So, step one, so, sediments filter. So, the first step talaga, yung alisin yung mga malalaki na impurities, diba? Yung so, trap rust, dirt, and pipe scale. O, di pa napag-usapan na natin yung scale. Kasi yung initially, yung water talaga composed of salts yan. So, tinatanggal na muna natin. So, step 2, carbon filter. So, remove odor, taste, and chlorine. Kasi may part na nililinis mo nga siya. Ayan, so, may chlorine yung ibang pinagkukunan natin. Ayan, pero syempre, ang goal natin is for drinking, di ba? So step 3 is the reverse osmosis. So removes 95 to 99% of total dissolved solids, so TDS, submicron particles, and fluoride. So kaya malimit natin din marinig yung RO or the reverse osmosis in terms of processing yung sa water treatment natin. Even sa mga industrial scale. So hindi lang dito. So step 4, so ultraviolet sterilization. So ensure safe, high quality water. Tapos yun na, ito na yung mga na-order natin. Ayan. Pero again, depende siya kung ano yung gusto mong orderin. Kasi syempre, mas mahal yung iba. Bakit kaya mas mahal? So, additional process. So, ano yung iba pa nating water treatment terms? Ayan. So, itong ma-encounter nyo kasi siya kapag ang pinili nyong topic for thesis ay sa water treatment, as well as pag dumating na tayo sa industrial way. So, pag nag-third year kayo. So, kasi more on the equipment tayo eh. Although kung nagpa-plant design, so, well, feel ko na nag-material balance kayo na may involve na wastewater or other waste. So, feel ko na-encounter niya na siya. So, number 1, so it would be coagulation. So, this is used to remove turbidity and color and bacteria from drinking water. So, anong goal natin dito? To change the surface charge on the particles so they can stick together to form larger particles that will settle by gravity. So, anong target natin? So, pag sumasama, so, di ba, ang basic principle natin dito is the positive and the negative. So, to attract, okay? Ayan, so, yun yung sa surface charge natin. So, para magsama-sama sila. Then eventually, it will settle down. So, larger particles and dissolved ions are removed by gravity settling or precipitation. So, again, this is the removal of particulate matter. So, yun yung main objective ng coagulation. So, ano ginagamit naman natin for that? So, para magkaroon ng ganun. So, we have what we call the coagulant. So, this is a chemical that is added to the water to cause the particles to coagulate. And so, anong properties natin? Basically, okay, so trivalent cation. So, example natin, sodium and calcium. So, non-toxic. So, syempre, we are treating kasi, diba, to make it safe. So, insoluble in neutral pH. So, lime or sodium carbonate to neutralize acid. Okay, kasi yung iba, ang target kasi nila is talagang the neutral pa rin naman talaga. Ang hirap kasi kapag acidic, di ba? So, you're not sure if kapag dinispose mo siya. Kaya, di ba nung nag-discuss tayo ng acid drain? Ayan, so kung medyo mataas yung pH, ay yung bababa. Ayan, so mababa ang pH, di ba? So, it is yung acidic natin. Ayan, so maapektuhan pa rin yung aquatic life natin. Yan. So, commonly used natin, so aluminum, ferric ion. So, what are the factors na kinukuha natin? Yan. So, kapag gusto nyo magkaroon ng makapag-formulate ng isang coagulant, ayan. So, you would consider the pH and the dose. Okay? So, kasi this is the chemical, di ba? Kaya yung iba, ang tinatarget nila is to make a natural. Ayan. So, coagulant or flocculant. Ayan. So, ito siya. Yan. So, ito yung figure natin. So, pag nag-add tayo ng coagulant, okay, the impurities, so, ang target magsama-sama sila. So, coagulant forms precipitate, so, trapping impurities. Yan. So, precipitates and trapped impurities settle to bottom. So, sama-sama na sila dun sa baba. Ideally. Okay. Yan. So, ito, medyo physical yung basis natin, di ba? Pero again, kahit naman sabihin natin na clear yung water sa taas, so we cannot assure na medyo, na mataas pa rin yung quality. So, depende din sa pinagkunan, di ba? Yeah. So, we'll go to flocculation. So, ito may malimit kasi natin siya marinig kasama ng coagulation. So, coagulation, flocculation. Okay. Coagulant, flocculant. Ayan. So, ano namang goal nito? So, precipitates must be brought into contact with one another so they can form flocks. Yung flocks yung bumaba. Okay? So, yung nagsettle. Ayan. So, synonymous with agglomeration and coagulation or coalescence. And so, coagulation is a process, diba, of coagulant to destabilize, a stabilized charged particle, yung nabanggit natin kanina. So, para magkaroon ng attraction. So ngayon, itong safe flocculation, so mixing technique that promotes agglomeration and assist in the settling. And so ang idea is what happens. So, diba nag-coagulate, so nag-attract siya with each other. So ang goal naman natin ngayon ay bumaba. Magsama-sama siyang maging flux. Okay. So, next, yeah. So we have the hardness. So this is used to characterize a water that does not lather well. Yeah. So causes a scum in the bathtub and leaves hard white crusty deposits or what we call scale on coffee pots, tea kettles, and hot water heaters. So napapansin nyo ba sa banyo or sa initan nyo ng tubig? So ano ba ito? Nabubuti-buti na. Okay, so minsan, di ba, kusa siyang natatanggal yung pag namumuo-muo na. Ayan, so, yun yung, kasi ang idea nga natin is may salt. Basically, yung water natin. So, results of reactions of calcium and magnesium with the soap. So, minsan, kapag hindi mo nabanlawan ng ayos yung sa mga faucet, sa mga shower, ayan, so medyo namumuo na siya doon. Okay? So kayo, ano ba ginagawa nyo para matanggal yung mga scales natin ganito? Or may ginagawa ba kayo? Wala ba kang ginagawa? So, hinahayaan na lang ba natin siya? Okay. Sige, init lang tayo ng init ng tubig. So, meron na dun yung mga mapuputi. Sige, timpla lang tayo ng timpla. Wala kang ginagawa dun? Or yung iba, gumagamit ng, well, sa banyo so gumagamit sila ng other panglinis. So, parang maalis yung mga skills. Pero syempre, ano naman yung sa ating initan ng tubig. So, anong safe naman na pang-alis natin doon? O, any idea? May naiisip ba kayo na pang-alis natin doon? Wala. Yes. Ewan gumagawa nito dyan. Although yung iba parang may idea naman sila. So we usually use acid. Although weak acid. So like vinegar. Okay. So for example, pag sobrang namumuti na, yung initan nyo ng tubig. Okay, so pwede nyo siya lagyan ng vinegar. So pwede nyo pakuluan. So or with additional water. So eventually, yan. So ayan, syempre pag dinispose na siya, so malilinis na siya. So konting banlaw pa. Ayan. So ganun din yung ginagawa ng iba sa mga shower. Yung parang kinukulob. So you have plastic ng vinegar, tapos parang kinukulob niya yung shower. So parang maalis yung mga puti-puti dun sa in-between. Ayan, yung sa shower. Kasi di ba minsan wala na lumalabas na tubig. Kasi barado na. Ayan, so yun yung ginagawa naman. So you can also do that. So if gusto nyo. Ayan. So, malinaw po ba yung sa part ng hardness? Okay pa ba? Ayan. Although medyo mabilis yung discussion natin, so inihahabol lang natin para matapos. Okay, thank you. So, here we have the biochemical oxygen demand. So, this is the amount of dissolved oxygen needed by aerobic biological organisms to break down organic material in a given water sample at certain temperature over a specific time period. Okay. Ah, ano ang pwede nating sabihin about ito? Ano or ano relationship? Yeah. So, actually, so ano ba? The higher the BOD ba? The lower the water quality, or the higher the BOD, the higher the water quality? Do you have any idea? So guys, I don't need to, you don't need. Yeah, so to research on this. And so based lang dun sa understanding natin sa definition. So actually, it's the higher the BOD, the lower the water quality. Bakit kaya? Based dun sa napag-usapan natin last week. Yeah. Based sa definition natin, so bakit kaya the higher the BOD, the lower the water quality? Who can explain? Yeah. Actually, dito lang siya sa ating definition. Try lang natin. Who would like to try? The, yung BOD is defined as the amount of dissolved oxygen needed by aerobic biological organisms to break down organic material in a given water sample. Bakit kaya the higher the BOD, the lower the water quality? Sige, try natin. Christine.
Ma'am, this is my ano lang po, thoughts po. I think the higher the BOD, the lower the water quality is because of the ano po. Based for my understanding is about based po doon ay dahil po sa increased demand po ng oxygen.
Okay, then, so paano siya naging low quality? Oh, nandun na, kulang lang tayo kaya. So, bitin lang. Ayan. Anyone? Sige, go. Christine. Dugtungan mo lang.
Parang ano po kasi ma'am, when we say na ano po, nag-increase po yung demand, ay dahil po, for example po, when the BOD is high, there are tendencies po na yung microorganism po can consume more oxygen, which potentially depletes the ano po, the oxygen levels in the water, na nakaka-apekto po dun sa mga ano po sa organisms po natin sa water.
Okay, pwede, pwede. Ayan. May hindi lang nabanggit. Ah, guys, check our definition. Paano nyo siya marirelate? Ah, go, dugtungan nyo lang yung kay Christine. The amount of dissolved oxygen needed by aerobic biological organisms to break down organic material in a given water sample. Wala? So, ko na ba? I-explain ko na ba? Ah, okay. So, gusto ko i-explain ko na. Okay. Sige. Well, at least gusto ko kasi mapag-isipan nyo siya. So, bakit? So, it's, di ba, we analyze the definition din. And, di ba, if naaalala nyo doon sa ating naging discussion, ayan, sige, try natin, Nathaniel. I-explain ko na sana eh. Okay, go. Hello? Ano, wala akong marinig ah. Try mong unplug yung headset mo or mic.
Di ba pag po sa higher BOD po, mas
Palakas ako
marami
ng konti. Sorry.
amount of oxygen na nadidissolve. Meaning, sa pagdami po ng oxygen na nadidissolve, mas nababa po yung water quality kasi po nababa po yung amount of oxygens na meron dun sa water. Meaning, yung water po, mas nagiging less concentrated or pure or something po. Tama po ba?
Tama ba? Binalik yung tanong. Ayan. So, bitin pa din. Ayan, pero okay lang. Ayan. So, di ba, I appreciate naman doon sa mga sumagot. Ayan, thank you. Pero, may habol pa ba? Ayan. Sige isa-isahin natin. So, for this, ayan. So, this is the amount of dissolved oxygen needed by aerobic biological organisms. So, what's the missing link to break down organic material? Okay? So, bakit? So, you're breaking down organic material. Ano yung iba-ibang sources natin ng pollutants? So, di ba, we have the oxygen-demanding material. So, we have also the mga hydrocarbons, mga ganyan. So, di ba, ibig sabihin, kung mataas yung amount ng dissolved oxygen needed natin to break down organic material, ibig sabihin, ang daming present na organic material or pollutants doon sa water natin. Okay? Nakuha po ba? Okay. So, the higher the BOD, the lower the quality. So, ang taas ng BOD, ibig sabihin, ang dami nating kailangang i-break down na organic material. Ibig sabihin, ang daming present na pollutants. So, mababa ang water quality natin. That time. Okay, nakuha po. Nakuha ba? Okay. Ayan. So, sige. Thank you. Ayan. So, yun lang. Actually, yun lang naman yung kulang doon sa mga statement kanina eh. So, the breaking down of organic material. Ibig sabihin, madami lang yung amount ng pollutants natin sa water. Ayan. Kaya, ang taas ng oxygen demand natin. The lower the water quality. Okay. So we'll talk more about this naman on our face-to-face meeting kasi nga we will do some problem solving. So sige, I think we can move on na muna. And so what are our other treatment terms? So we have ion exchange softening. So this is a reversible exchange of an ion on a solid phase with an ion of the like charge in an aqueous phase. So please note yung mga arrows natin. Okay, so para hindi lumalito. For example, yung nasa left side. So ano yung pumasok sa tank natin? So hard water containing calcium and magnesium. So we do the ion exchange softening. Yan. So with the legend, okay? So please take note. So ano yung lalabas natin dito? So the softened water. So nawala na yung hardness. Okay? Yan. So containing sodium. So for the ano naman, yung nasa right side natin, yung ion exchange resin with calcium and magnesium attached. So ano yung pinasok natin sa tank? So the brine solution containing sodium. So kapag pinasok natin siya dito, so or pinrase, so ano yung lalabas? So the wastewater containing the calcium and magnesium. So kasama na niya yung nagkakos ng hardness, okay, or the salts. Yan. So yun naman yung target nito. So next we have the sedimentation. I think ito yung pinaka siguro madaling process naman. Ayan, so parang related din naman siya dun sa coagulation ng part. Although dito, parang we are taking our time lang. Ayan, so we are waiting. Ayan, so for it to settle. Pero syempre meron tayong other processes para mas mapabilis naman yung sedimentation. So this is a required process to subsequent treatment when surface water contains high turbidity or yung sobrang labo. Ayan, so eventually, di ba, it will settle down. So if you're familiar, di ba, with the centrifugation, so yung sa solid na part, bababa siya. Ayan, so meron tayong liquid. Ayan, yung nasa taas. So, yun yung nasa ano natin, laboratory scale. So, ano naman kapag sa industrial? So, we have what we call the sedimentation basins or clarifiers. Yan. So, minsan settling tanks din. So, madami naman tawag sa kanya. So, depende. Yan. So, this is usually rectangular or circular with either a radial or upward water flow pattern. Ayan. So, again, depende siya. Minsan kasi may tina-target din tayong time. Ayan. So, para dito sa batch na to. So, ito yung mapaprocess natin under sedimentation. Yan. So, ano man lalabas? So, syempre, di ba, namuuna siya dun sa baba. So, yun yung sludge natin. So, this is withdrawn from the bottom of sedimentation basins and may in some cases be discharged back to the river. Okay. So, pwede. Kasi magsasettle down lang din naman siya unless may kasama siyang chemical na treatment, diba? So, dun mag-undergo pa yung iba. So, pero kung the normal treatment naman, walang chemical or something na toxic so we can discharge it back. Ayan. So, to the river. So, if we will define it, so it's a semi-solid slurry and can be produced as sewage sludge from wastewater treatment processes or as a settled suspension obtained from conventional drinking water treatment and other industrial processes. So, simply, these are solids separated from suspension in a liquid. Ayan. So, minsan, ginagawin din siya as compost or fertilizer. So, if further processed, ayan. So, may mga kumukuha nito na yung mga sludge. Ayan. So, they're using it for other purposes. Next, after ng sedimentation kasi, usually, filtration na yung kasunod niya. I think you're familiar naman with the process of filtration. So, as the water flows over the weirs and exits the sedimentation tank, so it still contains particles that were too small, okay, to settle or somehow escape removal due to fluid patterns. So, this process by which flows slowly through a bed of a granular media, usually sand, anthracite, coal, or garnet. So, ano bang idea natin? So, siyempre, after the sedimentation tank. So, di ba, yung sludge kasi, aalisin natin. Yan, yun nasa bottom, di ba? you would expect na syempre nagkaroon ng change in flow. So, syempre, kasi may inalis ka eh. Partly, may pupunta pa rin na mga particles na, syempre, aangat ulit. Ayan. So, hindi mo talaga masusure na after sedimentation, makuha mo yung sludge or yung the liquid itself is cleared na talaga siya. So, kaya we do the filtration. So, to make sure na every particle talaga ay masasala natin. Okay? So, ito. Syempre, in terms of drinking water, ito siya. Kung mapapansin niyo yung mga kinoconnect natin sa faucet, ayan. Yung mga, di ba, tapos after some time, di ba, yung medyo matagal, yung lumabas yung water. Ayan, so, di ba, may process yan. So, buksan nyo kasi siya. Pero wag na natin siya buksan. Ayan, so, syempre, baka maiba yung ganap. Ayan, so, pag binuksan mo kasi, ay, alam na, is yung mga, iba-ibang rock. Ayan, ito yung nakita niya figure natin. Ayan, so, ito talaga mga filter. Ayan, so, usually ginagamit. And if naabutan ka siya, di ba nung sa paggagawa ng leche flan, so ano ba ang goal ng katsa? Diba? Para mapino yung lumabas. So, yung leche flan natin, diba? So, mapino, walang yung butas-butas. Ganyan. So, ganun din yung ibig sa water natin. So, pino, filter talaga lahat. Ayan. So, next, we have the disinfection. So, this kills pathogen. Ayan. So, certain water cause mild fatal illness if ingested. So, not the same as sterilization. So, bakit? So, as this implies to destruction of all living organisms. So, saan ba natin usually naririnig yung sterilization? So, di ba yung mga newborn babies? And so, talaga sila think. So, bacteria, virus, see, saan pa natin siya nakikita? Baka din yung tag UV, sterilization. So, yung may budget na talagang UV. So, for example, sa pool naman, ano ba yung usually ginagamit natin to disinfect? So, di ba? It's the chlorine. Yan. So, syempre kasi yung with other people and you're using the same water. Yan. So, kaya yun yung ginagamit natin for disinfection. Ayan. So, kaya pa. So, we have the RA925. So, ito yung tinatawag natin na Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004. So, dinadaanan natin din siya kasi, syempre, so, dito naman tayo nakatira sa Pinas, di ba? Ayan. So, we know the rules regarding sa water. Kasi before, wala naman ito. Anong mangyayari? So, doon nag-start kasi na, napapansin natin na mamatay na yung iba-ibang bodies of water natin. So, yan. So, kaya nagkaroon tayo. So, we'll discuss it more later. So, this is an act providing for a comprehensive water quality management and for other purposes. So, if you will visit the site of DNR, yan, so, or yung specifically natin, so Environmental Management Bureau, you can see this laws and policies. So, lahat naman yan, madidiscuss natin. Okay. So, yun nga, air quality, hazardous waste, chemical management, solid waste, EIA, ayan, and yung water quality. So, pag kinik niyo yan, ito yung lalabas. Okay, so water quality. So, we have the Water Code of the Philippines. So, Presidential Decree 1067. And syempre, yung RA 9275 natin. So, ano naman siya? I don't know if may updated na ulit. So, bakit nga ba tayo nagkaroon ng Clean Water Act? Yan. So, para, syempre, to spread awareness na lang din. So, ba't ba natin to kailangan sundin? So, as early as 1996, monitoring of the country's rivers showed that only 51% of the classified rivers still met the standards for their most beneficial use. So, the rest were already polluted. Ayan, so from domestic, industrial, and agricultural sources. So, imagine, 1996, 51%. So, anong petsa na ba? 2024 na. So, ilang percent na lang kaya yung nagagamit natin na body of water? for their intended use. 'Di ba? So, can you safely swim? Dati, nakakaligo pa kami sa ilog na to, mga ganyan. So, ngayon, hindi na. Ayan. So, yung mga ganong factors lang din. So, kaya, that's the need for the Clean Water Act. So, next, we have the most studies point to the fact that domestic. Yan. So, wastewater is the principal cause of organic. Tanda, yung BOD kanina, breaking down of organic material. So, organic pollution at 48% of our water bodies. Yet, only 3% of investments in water supply and sanitation were going to treatment. Okay? So, di ba? Sobrang polluted na. Kasi nga domestic wastewater, syempre nade-develop na, nagkakaroon, na-urbanize na, di ba? So, ang dami ng tao. Kaya, so, nagiging city na, ayan, so, established na. Pero yung the wastewater, ayun din, kasabay ng pag-increase ng population, kasabay din yung pagdami ng wastewater at that time na. Okay. Tapos, wala din tayong budget for the treatment for that. Okay. And a recent World Bank report pointed out that Metro Manila was second to the lowest in sewer connections. So, as compared sa ibang cities. So, kasi naaalala nyo ba, or feeling ko naabutan nyo naman yung time na, okay, konting ulan, baha sa Maynila. Tama ba? Yan. So, dito sa atin, may specific area lang naman. Pero di ba pagdating sa Maynila talaga, so pag, mamaya babahain na. Okay. So, although ngayon, nag-improve naman, I think. Yan. So, 31% of all illnesses in the country are attributed to polluted waters. And so, kasi dati, okay, galing gripo lang naman, inom tayo. Yan. Or, yung iba, syempre, yung iba exposed kasi sa polluted water pag lalo na pag nagbaha, diba? Ayan, so clearly, to ensure access to clean water, and so for all Filipinos, it was imperative that government put together a comprehensive strategy to protect water quality. So, na-realize talaga na there is a need, okay, to maintain the water quality para okay pa rin tayo. So, imagine, diba? Ang daming percent na nagkakasakit. Tapos, ang daming water bodies ang naapektuhan na. Yeah. So, yun, kaya tayo nagkaroon ng Clean Water Act. So, disclaimer lang, medyo more on rules na tayo. Okay? Kasi we are discussing the Republic Act. So, again, this is for awareness na lang din. Ayan. So, management of water quality will either be based on watershed, river basin, or water resources region. So, kapag sinabi kasi natin watershed, okay. Yung sa specific area na to, pag sinabing watershed, so most likely, ito yung mga pollutants present. Kasi alam mo kung anong mga industries ang present doon. Alam mo kung gaano kadami ng tao. Kasi di ba, per region naman tayo or per municipality. Yan. So, nagkakaroon ng watershed. And alam natin kung saan connected yung mga lakes, mga rivers natin. So, that's the watershed. Yan. So, mas makokontrol natin yung treatment for that. So, water quality management areas with similar hydrological or other conditions, so which affect the reaction and diffusion of pollutants in water bodies. Yan. So, yun yung parang general management natin. So, alam natin kung anong meron sa area na to. Yan. So, how will discharges of wastewater be controlled? Yan. So, we have the permitted discharge. So, hindi yung, kunwari, may nakita tayo, nagtapon ka lang naman ng wastewater sa river na to. Ayan. So, actually, you need permit. Although, yung iba naman kasi, yung kunwari, konti lang naman. Ayan, so, makaka-apekto ba siya na totally doon sa water quality? So, kaya, itong mga permit na to, so, it's more on the industrial plants. Okay. Kasi, sila yung malaki, yung wastewater na nagagamit or napoproduce. Ayan. So, although itong existing industries without any permit are given 12 months. Ayan. So, from the effectivity of the IRR. So, they are still giving. Pero I think ngayon naman kasi established na talagang bago ka mabigyan ng permit is kailangan yung mga ginawa mo na proposal is sakto na dun sa Clean Water Act. So, will domestic wastewater be addressed? Ayan. domestic wastewater. So, syempre, in cooperation with DPWH, so they will prepare a national program on sewage and septage management. Ayan. So, may priority list tayo. Ayan. So, for the construction and rehabilitation of required facilities. So, di ba dati nga nagkakaroon ng baha? Ayan. So, ito yung mga tao na nakikita nyo nagbubungkal sa daan. Tapos yung may mga malalaking cement na pipes, mga ganon. Yung for the sake na ma-imagine nyo lang. Kasi di ba nakikita nyo yun? Yung malalaking bilog. Ayan. So, yun yung ginagawa nila. Kasi kapag hindi maayos yung sewage mo, talagang kakalat lang yung sa wastewater. Eh, di ba ang target nga natin is yung point source. Di ba? Yung alam natin, for example, nagkabahay ka. So, syempre, i-register mo to sa municipality nyo para alam nila na okay, domestic ito. So, eventually, matitreat natin siya after some time bago siya ma-discharge sa river. Ayan. So, yun naman yung target natin for that, the management. So, paano pa ba? Land including road, right of the way for the construction of sewage and or septage treatment facility. So, ito nga yung nakikita natin sa daan. So, they have the right. Ayan. So, dapat makisama ka. Ayan, kung sa area nyo ay may leaking doon sa mga pipes na connected natin. And so, yung DOH naman, so will formulate guidelines and standards for the collection, treatment, and disposal of sewage. So, sila yung responsible for that section. So, ano pa ba? O, how will domestic wastewater be addressed? Ayan. So, required to connect existing sewage line. So, syempre, may abang pa rin naman yan. Kaya, pansin nyo, mabilis naman nila nakakonekta talaga yung mga pipes or mga drainage natin. Ayan. So, medyo mahirap lang talaga is yung mga rural areas na wala pang ganong klase. Ang nakikita lang natin, alam niyo, may daan tubig lang sa lupa na nawalan na siya ng halaman kasi lagi na siya nadadaan. Okay. So, yun yung manumano natin na drainage before. So, not the existing na ngayon ng mga main pipes na tayo. Lalo na kung makita niya sa may mga developing subdivision. Ayan. So, yung may mga yan munang ini-install nila. Ayan. So, they are connecting na talaga. So, to control them on how to manage. And ito, how will the discharge of wastewater be discouraged? Ayan. So, may nakita ka nga na may nag-discharge sa river. Actually, you can report it to them. Tapos, wastewater charge. So, may bayad. So, lalo, syempre, kung very polluted yung dinidischarge mo, di ba? Kaya, mapapansin nyo, minsan nagkakaroon ng issue yung mga tao near the planta, mga ganyan. Kasi nare-reklamo nila eh. Ayan. So, umitim na po yung tubig. So, lumabo na yung tubig sa ilog nung nagkaroon ng ganyan. So, possible, hindi na na-monitor ng ayos. Okay? So, next, pero syempre, opposite naman nun is yung may wastewater discharge is better than the water quality of the receiving body of water. So, mabibigyan ka pa ng reward. So, for example, you have the treatment facility, sobrang ganda ng water quality na nailabas compared dun sa water body na pag-dischargean mo, diba? So, they also give incentives for that. So, that's the challenge. So, how can you do that, diba? Okay. So, for the outstanding and innovative project. So, possible naman siya. And, safeguards natin sa Environmental Guarantee Fund or the EGF. Siyempre, sige, ano bang kakonect nito? So, di ba, minsan pag pumunta kay Laia, yan. So, you will pay 20 pesos, I think, for the ecological fee. So, same goes din naman dito. So, we have the Environmental Guarantee Fund. So, ito kasi, fund na to, it's your contribution. So, paano kapag dumating yung time na may kailangan tayong i-rehabilitate. And like, ito, emergency response, clean up or rehabilitation. So, yung fund na yun, ideally, dapat doon gagamitin. So, may naka-separate na tayo for that. So, ano ba yung mga bawal pa under RA 9275? So, yun nga, discharging or depositing any water pollutant to the water body or such which will impede natural flow in the water body. So, minsan sa sobrang dami ng impurities or kasama nitong mga particles, ayan, so, ano na, nagsuslow down na yung, flow. So, naapektuhan na. Siyempre, kapag discharge mo siya, eventually, it will lead to a bigger water body. Yan, ayun, tuloy-tuloy na yung effect niya. Okay? So, discharging, injecting, or allowing to enter into the soil anything that would pollute groundwater. So, I think na-discuss natin before, okay, nagtapon ka ng gamot or something, tapos naulanan. Tapos, eventually, di ba, it will infiltrate down to the groundwater. Yan. So, mapopollute na siya. Ayan. So, kaya proper disposal pa rin. So, operating facilities, and so required permits pa rin dapat. So, disposal of potentially infectious medical waste. So, may proper talaga tayo na paglalagyan yan. Yan. So, unauthorized transport or dumping into waters of sewage, sludge, or solid waste. So, nire-report din natin yan. So, di ba kanina na-discuss natin is pwede na i-dispose yung sludge. Pero again, depending kung anong process ang pinagdaanan niya. Okay? So, transport, dumping, or discharge of prohibited chemicals, substances, or pollutants. So, listed under toxic chemicals. So, ito, i-discuss natin siya I think next week. Ayan. So, RA 6969 natin. Yan. Yes. Ano ba yung mga pwede? Yung mga dapat na gawin. So, ito, the discharge permit. So, syempre, dapat valid pa rin. Ayan. So, non-compliance of the LGU with the Water Quality Framework and Management Area Action Plan. Kasi ngayon, bago ka makapagtayo ng industry or planta is dapat nakapasa ka na sa standards ng LGU. So, meron na yan. So, refusal to allow entry, inspection, and monitoring as well as access to reports. So, kasi sa akin naman, bakit mo hindi sila hahayaan na mag-inspect? So, may tinatago ka pa? Or may part ba na hindi ka na-monitor na may nag-leak pala? Ayan. So, dapat open tayo. So, it's for transparency na din. Na, uy, nagawa ko ng ayos yung job ko, hindi ako nakaka-affect sa environment. Ano. So, refusal or failure to submit reports and designate pollution control officers. Ayan. So, for example, gusto niyo maging PCO or pollution control officer future, so pwede kasi pasok din naman siya sa atin. Although, mas madami lang siyang trainings involved. Okay. Kasi you'll be trained sa mga iba-ibang safety guidelines. Okay. Kasi required na siya. So, even dito sa schools, kung have PCO, ayan. So, lahat may PCO. So, directly using booster pumps or tampering with the water supplies to alter or impair the water quality. So, pala, may nilagay ka na something. Okay. So, nalalong lumala yung water quality. So, operate facilities that discharge or allow to seep. So, I think it's connected also doon sa groundwater. So, ito kasi willfully or through grave negligence, alam mo na pupulit siya sa groundwater. Pero ginawa mo pa rin. Ayan. So, yun naman yung difference. No? So, next, operating wastewater treatment or sewage facilities in violation of PD 1586. Although hindi na natin discuss deeper yung presidential decree, pero at least ba, so we have rules. So, what can be violated? So, ano naman yung fines and penalties? So, diba, grabe, pag nag-discharge ka pala nito, ito pala yung pwedeng singilin sa'yo. Okay. So, siguro let's think ng oil spill. And so, para ma-imagine lang natin. Okay, discharging untreated wastewater into any water body. So, and per day po ito, per day ng violation. Not less than 10K, but not more than to 200K. So, per day yan. So, do you have the budget for it? Kaya nga malalaking companies talaga yung nakakasuhan nito. Yan. So, failure to undertake clean-up operations willfully. Nag-oil spill ka na nga. So, alam mo na nag-oil spill ka. Pero wala kang ginawa na clean-up. So, ito, syempre, if-fine ka or magkakaroon ka ng penalty. Yan. Not less, and may kulong na siya. So, not less than 2 years and more than 4 years. So, ang fine mo na nito is 50 to 100K per day of violation. Ito, although ito may kasamang kulong na, diba? So, ano lang yung gusto ko maisip nyo na big responsibility din siya. Lalo na kung if you are working with a big company din na may possibility na yung involved yung water body natin. Ayan. So, and ano pa, yan, ito na, yung lumala na, yung hindi mo agad na-address yung pagkalat ng oil spill. Serious injury or loss of life, na namatay na yung aquatic life doon, so underwater, diba? So, hanggang sa hindi mo na siya mabalik sa dating quality. Okay, so, ano naman yon. So, kulong din, 6 years to 12. Ayan, so, and 500,000 pesos per day. So, imagine nyo, diba, nagkaroon tayo ng oil spill. Ang tanong ko na rin, magkano pa yung binayaran nila per day? Kasi diba, sobra, although, may ito naman part na, ano eh, they contributed dun sa clean-up or rehabilitation, diba? Kaso, syempre, may mga na-affect na at some point. Yeah. So, in case of gross violation na talaga, so 500K to 3 million per day. So, kung napabayaan mo yung supervision sa isang company, di ba? So, di ba sobrang lugi ka? Ayan. Hanggang sa criminal charges may also be filed kasi talagang, ano na eh, wala ka nang ginawang paraan for that. Okay? So, malino po ba? And so, sana di ba, hindi tayo maging contributor din sa water pollution. I mean, nag-degrade in like gantong kalalaki na situation, di ba? Ayan. And tapos na tayo. So, di ba, sakto. So, mag-11 na. Okay, so any questions po? Yeah. Okay na tayo? Yeah. So, sakto lang. Yeah. Sige. Ayan, thank you. And so, see you on Wednesday for our face-to-face class. Ayan. So, yun lang naman. So, again, you can leave the meeting naman na if you don't have any questions. Pero if you have, also regarding to our activity 1, pwede din naman. I'll wait. Thank you.